What's up, guys? This is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we are back with another Michigan recruiting report. The Wolverines have scored big yet again and landed another commitment. Before we dive into that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos. And as always, subscribe to the Wolverine.com today. Use the promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months. Over at thewolverine.com, get insider recruiting information, team information, transfer portal, basketball recruiting, and so much more over at thewolverine.com. Plus, you can be part of a message board community with thousands and thousands of users. All right, guys. So like I said, Michigan landed a big commitment today coming from Dorian Barney, 4-star defensive back out of Carrollton, Georgia, top 200 prospect nationally, according to the industry ranking. This one was a wild ride. So Dorian Barney originally committed to Alabama in May of last year, decommitted from the Crimson Tide in November of last year, decided to go their separate ways. Alabama was no longer a factor in the Barney recruitment as we got kind of into the meat of this recruitment. So Texas A&M, shortly after Alabama, parted ways with Barney, A&M became the team to beat in this recruitment. Behind the scenes, we heard that there were multiple silent commits. Barney even took an official visit this summer, but he never actually gave the Aggies a verbal pledge. So Texas A&M kind of drifted out. Penn State became the hot school during official visit season. The Nittany Lions hosted him for an early OV, gained some predictions, and Barney said, you know what? I'm not going to commit to Penn State. So he makes his official visit to Michigan for Victor's weekend on June 20th. At that point, Michigan starts to build momentum. They actually got him on campus twice in the spring. Lamar Morgan went down to Georgia to see him, and the Wolverines have been investing heavily into Peach State this cycle. And Barney had a blast on his OV, and it became very evident that Michigan was the new team to beat. Predictions rolled in for Michigan, and I kind of stayed away from it for as long as I could until I got double, triple confirmation that this was going to go down. And then I put in my prediction, and mostly because I heard that Penn State and Texas A&M were going their separate ways with Barney. So I think this is the type of recruitment where you see so many dramatic shifts that it's hard to put in a prediction, one, and two, it's one you're probably going to have to monitor until National Signing Day in December. I don't know who the other suitors will be. Like I said, it looks like Texas A&M and Penn State have decided to go in different directions in general. And, Alabama, where he was originally committed to, is no longer in the picture. So I'm not sure what the future holds here for this Barney recruitment. But for now, Michigan has landed a commitment, and they will do their best to keep him in the class and have, the dramatic shifts disappear. So in Barney, Michigan is getting a very intriguing recruit. Like I said, his entire process was kind of wild, and his rankings are wild too. They vary quite a bit. You see, ESPN has him as the number 110 overall recruit nationally. Rivals has him in the top 100. 24/7 and On3 have him as a low 4-star, so not even in the top 300. So one service has him 75. Two others don't even have him in the top 300. I will be honest with you and say that I probably need to watch some more Barney film before giving a final evaluation. I have not had a chance to see him live. I think his process and his rankings and everything is very entertaining, which is why you are probably seeing me laugh. But to give a serious thoughts on him as a player, I think he's, like I said, intriguing. I think he's a guy that can be a true corner. But with Michigan missing out on Donovan Webb, who committed to Texas Tech earlier in the week, it seemed like Michigan was going to be the team to win out for Webb. And like I said, he ended up staying home, going to Texas Tech, which, fine. Michigan's been red hot. You're going to take an L every now and then. I think Barney can fill the nickel role. He kind of has a similar build as Jordan Young from last cycle, 6'1.5", 170, probably has to add some weight, very good athlete, Probably not as refined as a DB, as a pure DB right now, but can be coached up. Certainly has some of the similar skill sets as Jordan Young as well. Just his ability to track the ball, the speed is there too. I think he is a guy that can fill multiple roles in the secondary. There's just a lot of different directions he can go in. I'm not sure he's a top 100 player. I'm also not sure he's not a top 300 player. I think the answer is probably somewhere in the middle. If I had to give him a grade right now, it would probably be in that, mid to low 4-star range, to where he's like barely inside the top 300. But again, I probably have to watch more of Barney's film, but he is a guy that Michigan prioritized throughout the cycle and was able to win just a wild recruitment. And I think this cycle, you've seen Lamar Morgan gravitate more towards guys that maybe aren't as polished, but have a big ceiling. So now you have Dorian Barney, now you have Andre Clark, and I think that's a really, really intriguing duo on the back end. So for more on this recruitment, make sure to head over to thewolverine.com, use that promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at thewolverine.com for exclusive insider information. And as always, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos, and we will be back next time Michigan lands a commitment.